What's up guys, it's me, Strawhead Nate, and I'm back this month with a new Boruto 2 Blue Vortex video. This time we have chapter 21 titled Mangekyo Sharingan. This chapter obviously follows Sarada's first time using her new Mangekyo Sharingan powers, which might be one of the strongest Sharingan powers that we've ever seen. This newly unlocked power of hers finally puts Sarada on a level almost equal to Boruto, so that she could compete with the Shinju. And it's basically just an all-around Sarada themed chapter with backstory in the beginning and showing of her powers in the present. And who knows, this power that she shows in this chapter might not be her only Mangekyo Sharingan ability. We'll talk about all the possibilities with her Mangekyo Sharingan in this video. So without further ado, let's start going through the chapter after you like the video and subscribe to the channel. The first chunk of the chapter is dedicated to getting us caught up to who Sarada is as a character, even though we all know this. This is all in the past when Boruto and Kawaki first switched positions due to Ada's Shinjutsu powers, and Sarada is running after Kawaki, thinking about her wish to become Hokage and how she needs to protect the people of the village, just like Hokage Naruto does. When she confronts Kawaki though, he is quickly just about to kill her with ease until Boruto jumps in to protect her, and this is where Boruto got the scar on his eye that we've seen in the time skip. And then it cuts to all of the people in the village like Mitsuki and Shikamaru, who feel the need to hunt down Boruto for what he supposedly did to Hokage Naruto. But she doesn't understand the whole thing because she was unfamiliar with how Ada's Shinjutsu worked. She even cries for Boruto's sake because he doesn't deserve all of this, which was the moment when she originally awoken her Mangekyo Sharingan. Instead of out of hatred and spite, like Uchihas of the past, she awoke it out of love for Boruto. We see Sasuke here explaining to Boruto during the time skip that Sarada's Mangekyo Sharingan ability awoke out of love, and that is proof enough that he should believe her in what she's saying about Boruto, which is why he sided with Boruto in the time skip. Then we now transition to the present finally, where Sarada's staring down the Shinju Ryu with her Mangekyo Sharingan eye. When he tries to attack her with iron sand, the iron sand gets sucked into the air into these little gravity wells in the sky. These gravity wells, or black holes, are part of Sarada's Mangekyo Sharingan abilities. He next tries to attack from a new angle, and since he realized that the iron sand's all going to this certain point, he'll attack from the other angle. But Sarada simply creates another black hole to absorb this attack as well. Then we pan out and see that in the sky surrounding them, there are 4 unique black holes, showing a crazy amount of power that Sarada has. And then Ryu himself starts to be pulled into the air. Frustrated that he's being overpowered by the force of gravity, he tries to grab the ground using his iron sand with all of his might, but the gravitational force caused by Sarada is too strong. And Mitsuki observes that she's able to control exactly what she sucks up with the gravity wells, because nobody else here, like Mitsuki, Yodo, and Araya, are affected. Sarada monologues about how she's rejected the power inside of her for far too long, and this comes with rejecting her feelings for Boruto. But now she's powered up because she accepts the fact that she needs to protect him. Then she forcibly ups the gravitational pressure on Ryu, pulling him tightly against the black hole. And it seems to be solid matter here because Ryu lies with his back against the black hole, and when he tries to move, he can't even lift his arm because he tries to grab a claw grime in order to teleport away, but he can't even reach the claw grime because the gravity is too strong. But now she's starting to bleed from one of her eyes after exerting so much power, while saying in her head that she must accept her role as a protector in order to become Hokage. And then in a sick ass panel, we see Sarada floating in the air, surrounded by her black holes, and the eye pattern is portrayed in the sky behind her. It's been a while since we've had such a stylistic panel in Boruto, so I'm really impressed by the artwork. Then she says the name of her ability, Ohirume, which happens to be another name for the Shinto deity Amaterasu, and as we know, Amaterasu is Sasuke, her father's power. Then she pulls the gravity so tight that the black hole literally explodes, eviscerating Ryu into molecules, leaving nothing but just his thorn bulb there. Sarada really defeated an entire Shinju by herself, which speaks volumes for her power level now, but she faints from overexertion. And then Mitsuki grabs her as she falls, but he and Araya notice the thorn bulb in the sky, and they're gonna need to obtain that, which we'll see next chapter. But that scene ends here, and we check in on Boruto, Kashin Koji, and Ada's conversation. Koji expresses that he doesn't really care that Yodo had to sacrifice herself, since now they can get the thorn bulb and save the people of the village who were turned into trees. But that just doesn't sit right with Boruto. Boruto, despite his cold demeanor in the time skip, is really a kind soul, and he doesn't want any unnecessary sacrifices. Then he asks about Konohamaru's chances with Matsuri, which is the other major battle that we haven't even checked in on this chapter, and he realizes that Konohamaru is probably at risk of death as well. And when Kashin Koji basically implies that Sensei Konohamaru is not safe at all, Boruto makes the decision for himself to betray Koji and go to the Land of Wind. Using one of the small metal pieces that he left in the desert for some reason, Boruto teleports into action right at the scene of Konohamaru and Matsuri's little tussle, and literally immediately Boruto slices Matsuri and she crumbles to pieces. Koji, back in the hideout, is literally pissed off because now Boruto has ruined everything that they planned, because they know that Juro will come to the Land of Wind now. And then in the final panel, we actually see Juro recognizing Boruto's presence in the Land of Wind, and one can only assume that he will get involved in this battle at the start of next chapter. That's all for this chapter, and next chapter could get really wild. I just gotta say, this could be really one of the best chapters of the time skip so far because of its showing of Sarada's chance to shine rather than just focusing on Boruto so much. We were patiently waiting for her, like one of the main characters, to power up in order to get somewhere close to Boruto's level, and that happened here with the awakening of her Mangekyo Sharingan. Her Sharingan puts her on a whole new level, maybe even stronger than Sasuke already. And this could just be one of her two powers, since she has two eyes after all. Sarada still needs some way to help the people affected by Ada's Shinjutsu, because that's what Sasuke predicted for her, because she can't do that with black holes. So maybe her other eye will have some power relating to that. Anyway, I'm predicting that next chapter will just get crazier now that Juro is going to get involved, and he has to come and save his Shinju comrades. So, if you made it to the end of this video, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to show your support, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.